Good morning, everybody. I thought I would send a little video here and show you what's going on this morning. So, welcome to West Plain. So, I'm sitting here in my backyard. I'll give you a shot here in a second of that. Um, but it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful morning here in the WP. It's about 65 degrees, sunny and clear. You know that most things start with a weather report on my end. Birds are a chirping. It's a nice dewy morning. It's a beautiful day. And that's notable because it's been raining for the last several days, about an inch a day. Yesterday wasn't as much, but it was cloudy all day. So this is our first sunny day in a little while. But I can give you a little bit of a tour if you want to see the backyard. So I'm currently at the picnic table. Let me see if I can pick this thing up and do anything interesting with it. In the yard, there's the shed. So the thing about the shed that is interesting, we discovered a couple of days ago that a groundhog has moved in underneath the shed. So we got to take care of that somehow or another. And it had a baby, so there's technically two. And they're both super, super cute. But they can't live there. So I think I figured out what happened. So there was a house that a couple of developers were flipping down the street. So it was bought, pretty run down. They bought it and they renovated it. And it looks beautiful. It's a great house. And for the longest time, they had a shed and some pallets and stuff, kind of general construction stuff laying around. And they finished that up. It took about a year. It's been working on it for about a year. But there were always a couple of groundhogs that I would see running around the shed. So I think they were living not in the house, but in the shed or under the shed and under some of the pallets. And they got booted out. So completely cleaned up the yard. All that is gone. I noticed yesterday. Now the groundhogs are underneath our shed. So I think that is their new home. Right, is the shed right back here. So there's that. Big yard, which I get to mow. That's always fun. There's the house. The fire pit. We have not yet fired up the fire pit this year. Again, it's been cold and rainy. We've been here for about 4 or 5 days. So hopefully we'll fire that up pretty soon. And I'm usually up there on the deck, but not today because there's dew all over everything. Cool piece of equipment that I have now. A couple of students for the final exam for reasons not unrelated to their awesomeness. They got me a wireless microphone. So I already have one. It's a little fancier that I use for classroom stuff. This is just a super little. You plug the receiver into the bottom of the phone, you clip the little thing on here, and there's two, and you're good to go. So it's much more portable than the one that I have. It seems to work just fine, like just for stuff like this. So I really like that a lot as well. We had somebody come out yesterday to look at the grass because we're going to put in some planter beds and maybe do a little bit more landscaping. This is a big lawn, and it's fantastic to have a nice big lush lawn. But when it comes to lawn mowing, we have an electric lawnmower, and they're much better than they used to be. It's in a plug-in. It's a battery-powered one from Greenworks, and I love it a lot. It's really light and it's super powerful, but it takes 2 solid battery charge cycles in order to actually mow the lawn. So I can't mow the whole thing at once. And so they're going to take out some of the grass, kind of around the fence, and maybe put some rock in, put some hardscape, just to cut down on the amount of grass that I have to maintain. The bad news is it's not hugely cheap, but the good news is there's a lot of weeds that I don't have to weed because of that. But we're also going to put in some planter beds. We've started to accumulate a couple of plants at the local Walmart that we're going to grow some tomatoes and some basil and a couple of other things. 2 of my favorites, Mexican oregano. So I have I think I nailed it, the spice rub that I made because I got tired of buying it for reasons which we'll talk about in a second. I'll pop the recipe below, but it's super simple, really good, and how do I say, diet friendly, diet beneficial spice rub that I've been putting on things and throwing in the grill. A lot of those call for Mexican oregano, the good kind of the good ones that I kind of like do anyway. It's not always easy to find, so when I see it, I like to grab one in the early summer, and they grow really, really easily. It's different than regular oregano. It's more like a tarragon kind of situation. But I got one of those yesterday, so we need to find a place to plant it. Um, and Thai basil, not close to being native to Missouri or the Midwest or the United States or the Western Hemisphere for that matter. But it's really good and it grows really, really well in these climates. And I throw it in the wok with some stuff and it adds super flavor. So you might actually get some recipes for a couple of simple things on here. But I've done 3 really good things since I've been here food wise. A really good spice rub, made a really good green salsa the other day, and I'll throw that in the post as well. And well, must not have been that good. I forgot the third. Spice rub, salsa. I don't know. I think I've just been grilling well lately. I really nailed it with some grilled chicken the other day on a fajita. So that's all. That's all that. Work-wise, I'm not as free and clear this summer as I usually am, where I just sort of derp around and do absolutely nothing like a lump. I did agree in terms of income-related stuff this summer to completely revise and revamp the Bio 101 and Bio 102 lectures for Nova Online. So if you're one of our many fortunate students to take an online Bio 101 or Bio 102 class in the near future, starting in the fall, that will be a course that I designed and put together, and also the Bio 102 lab. So that's where I'm spending a couple hours a day. It's a full-time situation. But they asked me if I would be able to take that on, and I said, yeah, I can do that, but I can't do it locally. I'll be in southern Missouri, and they're like, no, that's fine. And so that takes up a little bit of time during the day, but that's sort of the big project that I'm kind of working on. So otherwise, there's not a whole lot going on. Things I'm looking forward to on the first week of June, if anybody wants to come down to visit fine southern Missouri. We have the Howell County Fair. So that's always an absolute banger out at the fairgrounds out there. All the corn dogs and funnel cakes and deep fried this and that you could ever possibly want. You'll be able to get along with the rides that make you a little bit nauseous. And there's a tractor pull and a demolition derby and a rodeo and all kind of the good stuff that you get in southern Missouri. So we're all looking forward to that. All the kids are looking forward to that. We got a bunch of nieces and nephews down here that all like to go to that. So we're all looking forward to that quite a lot. At the same time as the county fair is the Bluegrass Festival. So that's been going on for a while. I personally have not gone to it, but this year I hope to catch some of the acts at the local Bluegrass Festival, which is kind of during that same week. So early June is kind of a hot one. It's sort of the kicking off the summer for a lot of folks here in Howell County, and so we're all looking forward to that as well. So this morning I'll finish up my cup of coffee. Cheers, folks. Do a little bit of Nova Online work. And I'll think about lunch and we'll kind of go from there. I did mention a couple of reasons why the spice rub that I made is particularly good. And I have noticed over the last 2 years, I have noticed that during the academic year, from August/September through May, my weight kind of trickles up, and then in the summer it goes back down. I'm like, why is that? What goes on during the academic year that makes my weight go up? And it's easy to blame like stress, cortisol, kind of whatever. But I eat junk at my desk. It doesn't help that in my department we have a chocolate jar. It doesn't help that I visit the chocolate jar. So it's a lot of sitting, a lot of frantic kind of stuff. And you grab lunch when you can in between a couple of things and you eat as quickly as you can. And that usually means you eat a little bit more than you need to. And two of the things that I've noticed that my own personal body is really, really sensitive to is from a cardiovascular standpoint, salt. salt intake. When I eat a lot of salt, my blood pressure goes up and up and up and up and up. Um, in refined carbohydrates, and this is nothing new. Everybody knows that refined carbs are not the best thing for you. So if it comes in a bag and it comes in a box, if you get it in the middle of the grocery store, all that Michael Pollan stuff, right, it's probably got refined carbohydrates in it. So this summer, I'm doing like a no salt, no refined carbohydrates, sort of for the most part. Let me say that. I don't want to call it a diet, just like food choices, food preferences. So my spice rub that'll post has no sugar in it, which a lot of them do, and no salt in it, which most of them do. And if you look at the ingredients on a lot of spice rubs and stuff that you cook and grill with, especially in the summertime, it's mostly sugar and salt with some spices sort of thrown in for color. And so my spice rub has no sugar and no salt in it at all. And again, when I'm talking about the sugars, it's refined sugars. I'll eat a banana. I'll eat an apple. I'll eat fruit. I'll eat a sweet potato. So it's like, all that's fine. The hard part for me, of course, is bread. Bread is out. Oh boy, that's a tough one for me, though. That's my Achilles heel. So when it comes to, I think the closest thing to refined carbohydrate that I do indulge myself probably is corn tortillas. So I've sort of maintained this by not having the wheat tortillas, but I will have a fajito and a corn tortilla. Reasonable accommodation, I think. So yeah, my spice rub that I posted, it has no sugar and salt. So if you want that, you'll have to add it separately. But the actual ingredient list that I have for my spice rub is sugar-free, salt-free. And so when you lose salt, when you cut salt out, when you drop your salt levels in your body, you lose water as well. So a lot of the initial weight loss that you get when you drop both sugar and salt is water weight, as your body starts flushing out all the stuff that drives blood pressure up. So I'm going through that phase just a little bit. So I'm dropping some water, and I'm starting to feel like I'm dropping a little bit of water as well. Not as much swelling and inflammation and body aches as I sort of get. And that's just dropping the salt and dropping the sugar. So if you're looking for a quick and not easy at all way to improve, right, your water balance in your body, and drop a couple of pounds along with it, give up the salt, give up the sugar. It's not easy to do. And when eating something, what I noticed that I really want more than anything else is salt and sugar. So my body is still trying to get on board just a little bit. I still have I still get some sugar cravings every once in a while because, that's what I do for 9 months out of the year is eat bread and sugar. And I pay the price accordingly. So as my body adjusts, it'll convert over and everything's going to be freaking fine. So that's the update for this morning. I got the Bio 101 course structure sort of laid out yesterday. Here's the train. And today I'll do the same for Bio 102 and share that out with the folks at Nova that like to look at such things. And we'll kind of go from there. Very good. More updates to come. And I hope you like this one. Very cool. So, peace out. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you soon.